Coach. Mario, what happened to Justin and how satisfying is it to finish the game off even without your star?
Well, Justin got, he took a shot on the sack. We won't know until we get back and run some tests on him. It didn't seem like too big of a shot, but enough where we had to keep him out and check on him a little bit more extensively. So we'll, as soon as we get information on that, we'll get that to you. In terms of being able to continue, I mean, a year ago when we didn't have him, it seemed like we fell apart. And today it was, everybody just kind of rose to the occasion in difficult circumstances. And, you know, the weather was a big deal 2 years ago, right? That was a story that was written in every paper and everywhere in the country. And today our guys actually responded and probably played some of our best football up front and controlled the line of scrimmage and ended up having a real good ball game.
To your left, Coach, Jason.
Yeah, Coach, the defense again. I mean, just not allowed an early field goal try, stopped at Mary, stopped the fourth down, prevented touchdown. You know, just the defense rising up. I overheard you say you did a lot better against the run this time. So
certainly did. The last 2 weeks certainly gotten so much better against the run, and you know, it was I think it was 21-3 or 21-0, and they were about to score. They're down at the 2-yard line. We pick off that jump pass. That was a really, really big play. And knowing that, again, we're thin, I thought it was nice to see the offense and defense complement each other. Good stops by the defense. The offense be able to control line of scrimmage and keep running the football to keep the defense off the field. That really lends to a really nice combination to be able to control a game on the road. So just hats off to the defense, hats off to the offense. Both did a really good job. Yeah, Jalen was, we tried to get him healthy, but he was not healthy enough. He did get, he suffered an injury last week against Arizona State, and that's why we held him out. Dylan was held that first quarter because he was late to a meeting, but after that, it was from a personnel grouping standpoint. He did play some, not as much, but he was active to play in the second part of the game, second quarter and on. We were in Tiger personnel a little bit more times than not, so it dictated for a couple other guys to be in there as well. Guys up front, you know, the Jordan Scotts, the Austin Faliu, a ton of credit to him. You know, he's pretty dinged up too now. He went in there and fought his tail off. Did a great job getting hands on blockers, striking them, knocking them back. Carlberg, Gary Baker, Gus Cumberlander, Justin Hollins played an excellent game. Lamar Winston did a great job setting the edge. Our safeties really ran the alleys well and prevented that ball from spitting out for big games. Just overall, just 2 weeks in a row where our defense got much better against the run and certainly had a huge impact on today's game.
Go to the next two in the front row, Bree and then Eric.
Do you think C.J. Verdell connected himself as a Civil War legend today? 5 touchdowns?
Wow, that's a big word, a legend. Ooh. There's a lot of legends that go with this game. I believe 122 games have been played. Is that correct? Oldest rivalry between two public universities. You know, he just keeps getting better and better. Legendary status, I don't know. He's a freshman, so I don't know if I'm ready to ordain him yet because he's a freshman. But him and Travis, they had some open holes, but they ran hard. They broke tackles. They broke arm tackles. They created some stuff. The tight ends, I can't say enough about the way the tight ends blocked today, too. Those guys did an excellent job. So CJ, again, is another guy that's just scratching the surface. He is, you know, he's a freshman, and he's getting better and better, and so is Travis. So we're going to ask him to give us more.
Eric, when the decision to go with Braxton in the second half, did you assess how you know?
Well, the way the weather was, prefer a guy with experience. That was it. I mean, either one of those guys could have gone in. You know, Tyler and Braxton have really played themselves into, you know, an even competition. So it certainly wasn't a matter of this guy's more ready than the other guy. Just he has had experience. And he's also had experience running with the football as well. And if the weather was going to be as it was, and we're going to have to pound the football, you certainly want to add the dimension of a quarterback that has run it and could give the defense, you know, the issue of having to deal with the extra runner and fill an extra gap. So that's what went behind that decision. Braxton, he did a good job. He did a really good job.
To your left, Coach, Matt.
Going into the second half, did you expect to run the ball as much as you did? I think you only threw the ball twice all game, and there were points where you ran the same play out of the same formation, 5 straight plays.
Not exactly the same play. It might look like the same play. Very different, the guy, you know. But we felt that those guys were in a rhythm. They were in a good groove. We also felt formationally we had a few things that we can complement in certain runs. Some of them look the same, some of them are the same, but some are actually pretty different in the entry point and the intent of the play. But again, when the conditions were what they were, we tried to throw it once or twice. The ball kind of popped out, and we said, you know what? Why don't fix it if it isn't broke? So we just went with it.
To your left again, Stephen.
Coach, if Justin is healthy, do you expect him to play in the bowl game?
I don't see why not.
Second row middle, Steve.
Steve, Mike, regardless of the quarterback, the game plan coming in, we're probably going to run that thing 45, 50 times.
You know, if we, you see, we're trying to play a little more tempo the last 2 weeks, trying to get some guys healthy so we can do that. We were going to do whatever it took to move the ball. I mean, we felt, you know, Justin was going to have some matchups that he could try to take advantage of. We knew they had some talented players back there as well. We just, you know, offensively we had a really good plan, and we just came out and executed, and you know, we kept rolling.
Front row to the right, Tyson.
2 years ago in here, this was kind of like the rock bottom moment for this program. It was a 4-8 bad loss to a rival. When you guys got here as part of Willie's staff last year, what was kind of the biggest thing that you guys identified of, if we're going to turn this tide around, that this is what we need to focus on? And 2 years after that fact, you kind of see yourself at the place you want to be right now in terms of the progress.
Well, you know, it's hard to deny that there's a ton of progress. I mean, you think about what happened 2 years ago in that game, right? You know, I hate to bring it up again, but I read so many articles about shiny raincoats and all that other stuff, and I'm like, what are we talking about here, guys? You know, shiny raincoats come out, and Oregon, you know, gives up a 10-point lead and being accused of what a football player never wants to be accused of being soft. You know, those words, they dig pretty deep now. Those things aren't forgotten so easily. And so that was a huge point of emphasis. And, you know, as it relates to progress or whatnot, you know, I see a team that, you know, a year ago, 2 years ago a year ago, a Washington game that's completely just a blowout is now a victory in our favor. You know, a Stanford game that could have gone either way in overtime. There's just a ton of progress going on with our football team, and now getting our 8th win and a chance to go get a 9th, you know, we feel really good about the direction we're heading and how fast we're headed there, not to mention the amount of players that we have returning, and what's, you know, the thing that's out there too, that recruiting class that's being put together. So I know I can't talk about that. It's an NCAA violation, but I could mention that we're excited about it, right? That's fair. So yeah, there's everything is just, you know, in very steady increments, just elevating and escalating quickly. So for us, we're always juiced up. We know what the future holds, so we're ready to get after it.